Hello, Principles of Management students. Instructor Robertson back here. It is April 20th, 2022. We are starting to wrap up the semester. We are looking at, this week we're going to be looking at Chapter 16. Last week we finished up and you guys did a great job on Chapter 15, Managing Teams. This week we are going to look at Managerial Communication, which is really the business communications class that is taught here at EC3PA is, an offshoot in a whole course basically talking about communication and communication styles. However, in our text, in our Principles of Management text, we do have one section, Chapter 16, that relates to understanding the communication process, the different types of communication that occurs in organizations, how power, status, purpose, and interpersonal skills affect communications, and how corporate reputations are defined by how an organization communicates to all of its stakeholders. And last but not least, Section 5, know why talking, listening, reading, and writing are vital to managing effectively. So this chapter, which begins on page 523, you'll go through this. It is managerial communication. And this week, your homework will be chapter review questions. Big surprise. And that's numbers 1 through 9 on page 545. Now, there is one discussion question. And this discussion question will be our last. Do I have this as our last? Yes, this is our last discussion. So we are going to look at social media, such as Facebook, is widespread. Place yourself as a manager that has just received a friend request from one of your direct reports. Do you accept, reject, or ignore the request? Why? And what additional communication would you have regarding this with the employee? So that is going to be your discussion question for the week. Again, this is our final discussion for this class. So try your best there. Remember, I will put a discussion link up for you. And remember that you always want to be respectful and inclusive if you reply to someone else's response. All right, so that's the discussion, our final discussion. And then I have no videos posted for you to view this week, so it's a little bit shorter of a week, shorter questions, and one discussion question. Next week, I'm just going to give you a heads up about what's happening next week, which is Chapter 17, Organizational Planning and Controlling. And next week, we will do Chapter 17 if you are interested. And so this week's assignments will be due next Tuesday, the 26th. I believe it's the 26th. 26th. Let me double check that it's due the 26th. Yes, 26th by 11:59 p.m. So you have your 9 review questions and then 1 discussion post. And then Chapter 17 will be your last assignment. I will talk about that next week. I will chime in and talk about Chapter 17, Organizational Planning and Controlling. There will be a few review questions for you there, and then those will be the last review questions. There's 10 review questions from Chapter 17. And again, no discussion next week. This week is our last discussion post. Now, your final project, I'm going to start talking a little bit about that. Your final project is going to be a PowerPoint, and a PowerPoint from a chapter in the text. You're going to take your favorite chapter, whatever chapter, there are 18, we actually didn't get to the last one, but whatever chapter was the most exciting to you, or a chapter that you feel like you would like to write up a short PowerPoint. Just a history of management, Chapter 3, for instance, diversity in organizations, Chapter 12, things like that, right? Organizational structure and change. And so I do have that posted up there, the assignment it's in the syllabus, and it's in, I believe I have the project up there. You're going to just give me, really, I'm looking for minimum of 5 slides, no more than 10. And you're going to just make up your own PowerPoint regarding a review of that chapter. So for instance, if you chose chapter, let's just pick something. Chapter 3, the history of management. You would go through and give me, there are 7 sections, come up with, I don't care what kind of background you use in PowerPoint. If I've had you before and you've used a PowerPoint background, it's fine. You can use the same one. Just want you to get familiar with having a nice slideshow put together and how that works. So we'll review that in a lot of the business classes. We'll do short PowerPoint regarding the topic at hand in that course. And so you can start working on that if you'd like. And if you have questions for me regarding that final project, which is a PowerPoint of your favorite chapter. And so that will be due actually May 10th, which is our last day of classes, May 10th at 11:59 p.m. Again, minimum 5 slides, maximum of 10. That being said, you can start working on that if you'd like. Email me your rough draft or any questions you might have, crobertson@ec3pa.org. Now, the other thing I want to discuss was the final exam. And the final exam will be posted Friday, May 6th in the morning. I will send out an email also with that link, but it will be posted on Blackboard, and it will be due back Sunday, May 8th by 11:59. Now, if you have any issues with the times, dates, whatnot of the exam, I know some of you are in other courses, or you are in my other course, which we have the same exam time, the ENT 110 class. Let me know, right? I am flexible if we need to change that exam time. Our course does close at 11:59, May 10th. So work. If you are behind with work, you need to reach out to me. We need to make a plan for you if you are viewing this. If you do not have all of your work in and I do not hear from you May 10th by 11:59, you will get the grade that you have with the work that you have turned in. If you are missing something and you're going to need more time, we need to make a plan. You need to contact me so that I could put an incomplete there and you would have additional time to finish out work. But we need a plan for that. Otherwise, you do not automatically get an incomplete. You will just get, if you're missing a lot of work, you will end up getting a D or failing. And I do not want that, obviously. So that being said, please reach out to me with any questions. Again, this week, chapter 16 from the text, which is regarding managerial communication, begins on page 523. And then 1 through 9 for the review questions at the end of the chapter. And there will be one discussion post, and I will have that up there, and the question will be there as well. I hope you are having a wonderful week and enjoying this beautiful day. And I will see you soon, my management students.